Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute privilege to welcome you all to this momentous occasion as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the esteemed Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. IIM Bangalore was established in 1973. Today, it stands strong with wide range of courses from certificate courses to residential programs spanning the diverse spectrum of business management discipline.
Over a half a century of excellence, IMB has consistently nurtured leaders and innovators. And tonight, we gather to honor this remarkable journey of knowledge and transformation. With great pride, we extend our warmest welcome to our distinguished guests as we commemorate this golden milestone together. To begin this celebration, we kindly request our director, Professor Rishikesh T. Krishnan, Professor Abhay Oja, Mr. Dimitris Lambrionos, Ms. Prashanti Goswami, and Mr. Krishna Mohan to grace us with their presence and do the honors of lighting the ceremonial lamp.
श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम् सहना भवतु सहनौ
Thank you for the beautiful performance. So, education, we believe, is a fundamental human right and the single best way to help people help themselves. The Each One Educate One Foundation sets out to realize this vision through a collective collaboration between society, Samaja, the government, Sarkara, and the institution, Samastha. We strive to build a larger, each one educate one community comprising of like-minded individuals and corporates who are driven by a sense of purpose of transforming the individual and thereby the society through character-building education. Our distinguished alum, Prashanti Goswami, has been actively associated with Each One Educate One Foundation and made it possible for us to invite the Symphony Orchestra for a mesmerizing evening.
The Symphony Orchestra is currently the largest symphony orchestra in India, comprised of 100 students from underprivileged backgrounds who receive free education through Each One Educate One Foundation. These students not only excel academically, but also possess a deep spiritual understanding and a multitude of talents. Their performances have captivated Prime Minister of India, the President of India, the President of Singapore, ambassador of various countries, Grammy awardees, and audiences from around the globe. With their scintillating repertoire of rock, jazz, Latin, Greek, famous theme songs from well-known movie series and Western classical music, they have consistently wowed audiences worldwide. The Symphony Orchestra is a testament to the power of education and incredible potential that lies within every individual, regardless of their background. We would like to invite Mr. Krishna Mohan from Each One Educate One Foundation to address us.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good evening and a hearty welcome to all of you for having taken time out of this on this busy Sunday evening to be present here. We are very grateful to you for having come on this Sunday evening. Each One Educate One Foundation is actually a story of beneficiaries turning into benefactors. I am Krishna Mohan. I got this free values-based education 3 decades back. Would you believe that? 3 decades back, I got this free values-based holistic education, and I did my MBA completely free of cost. And then I worked for almost 25 years in Tata Group companies, Telco, Tata Motors, and Tata Hitachi. And then my inner calling because of the inner calling, I came back to my alma mater, and now I'm serving voluntarily in Each One Educate One Foundation and nurturing these young students in whatever their passion is. That's what Each One Educate One Foundation does. Each One Educate One Foundation actually builds and runs free educational institutions in rural areas, and 80% of the students actually come from those surroundings. And all our campuses are situated at least 25, 30, 40 kilometers away from the district headquarters. And because we always believe that education, the battle of education has to be fought not in cities and towns, but in villages. And that's how all our campuses, we have 28 campuses, 24 school campuses, and 4 university campuses, all providing completely free of cost education. Right from 6th standard till UG, PG, PhD, and this year we have started probably the world's first free medical college in the private sector. This has just started with 50 students. They have started studying now. So that's the story of Each One Educate One Foundation. And we invite all of you here to please become a part of this wonderful journey with us and educate many more people. We always believe that if a child has to be given something, it is just an opportunity. If you can give an opportunity to a child, they'll blossom. And these are our children who will perform for you. And without taking much of your time, I hand over this mic to my colleague, who is also a beneficiary of the system, Prashanti Goswami. Yeah, we will play a video now. After that will be Prashanti.
The need of the hour is an education model that will induce human values into the veins of education to ensure a holistic development of individuals who will cultivate the commitment to serve the society and help to address the manifold issues and needs of our societies.
A practical testimony to implementing the ancient way of education that is based on the molding of wholesome individuals with brilliant heads, compassionate hearts and competent hands, the 3H formula, is the Sri Satya Sai Lokaseva Gurukulam group of institutions. These institutions impart integral values-based education to over 5,000 students, both boys and girls, from grade 6 to doctorate programs over 27 campuses in India and at 3 institutions outside India in Australia, Laos and Nigeria, completely free of all costs.
The institutions are residential edifices set up in naturalistic settings as symbols of majesty and modesty, reminding one about the genuine goals of education, the acquisition of all forms of knowledge being a paragon of virtues and working for the welfare of society.
The higher education wing is the Sri Satya Sai University for Human Excellence, an institution which empowers young students with the necessary knowledge, skills and character with only one purpose: serving the society. Thus, every student who passes out of the university joins the alma mater, which itself is a service institution, or posted at any of its other sister organizations based on the need, thus creating a self-sustainable system.
A milestone that will change the future of medical education in India was accomplished by the Sri Satya Sai University for Human Excellence by the setting up of India's first totally free medical college.
As mentioned earlier, we have one of our own, our alum, Prashanti Goswami with us. She is from EGMP batch of 2009. After working for 20 years in the corporate world, now she has ventured into the field of development and social work. After serving in Africa for 3 years, currently she is a public relations officer at Prashanti Bala Mandira Trust and also volunteering with Each One Educate One Foundation. We would like to invite her to share a few words and kickstart the evening.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please give a big round of applause to IMB for their Golden Jubilee celebrations. Thank you. So it's indeed an honor and a great pleasure to be here this evening. And as an alumnus, I'm very proud to say that, I have the double advantage of celebrating 2 alumni bodies that I belong to. One is, of course, IIM Bangalore, and the other is my alma mater, which is from the Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. And why I mention this is because there are 2 very important things that I hold very dear to my heart, and I'm sure all of you agree, fellow brothers, alumni from IIM and everybody else, friends watching us from around the world. There are 2 things that I think all of us really, really aspire for. One is personal growth, and the other is a spiritual journey. So personal growth, for me, being an alumnus, it's a great pride to belong to a larger community. So once you pass out, you belong to this larger community, and that community opens up so many channels of networking, of pride, of wisdom, of shared experiences, of shared opportunities. But the biggest thing that I have got as being a part of the alumni community is the opportunity to be able to give back to society. So I also volunteer with the Each One Educate One Foundation, which is the greatest joy for us because, we are helping another child of this wonderful country called Bharat to be able to move ahead. So the first one that I talked about was personal growth, and the second one is spiritual journey. But how does one get onto a spiritual journey? So as you can see today, we have evidence. The spiritual journey that I'm talking about is the importance of a guru in our life. Like a guru, we all know, is somebody who dispels darkness. And what does a guru do? He really takes out the best in you so that you're able to perform magic. So similarly, today our orchestra, we have students from so many different backgrounds, from so many different subjects. Their age range is from 6th grade to post-graduation. And many of them, as Krishna Mohan said, will continue with us. So the importance of the guru for this orchestra is something that is really magical and phenomenal, because I would like to introduce and mention Mr. Dimitrios Lambrianos. He has been their guru, their guide, and he has got all these students. And remember, they're all from backgrounds where many of them may not have seen these kind of instruments or known about them. Today, I can, with 100% guarantee, say that each of them play more than 2 or 4 instruments. So please give them a big round of applause. So coming back to the Guru Parampara, it is very important that we have a Guru. Our Guru today is guiding us. He is our leading light, telling us that, no child in this country has to be left behind. So I encourage all of you to participate in this wonderful people's movement that we call the Each One Educate One Foundation. There are many ways that you can engage with us. We need your skills, we need your wisdom, we need your networks, we need anything that you can support us with. We are located very nearby. One of our students will share that knowledge with you, but I encourage all of you, look after a child, look after somebody who's not your own. Right? A lot of people say that, yes, I'm serving somebody, but the greatest seva that our Guru has taught us is to serve somebody that you do not know. And how precious is it that we are able to serve a child. On that note, I shall leave you all to enjoy this wonderful orchestra. Please give another round of applause to the wonderful orchestra from Each One Educate One and to IIM Bangalore on their Golden Jubilee celebrations. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to IIM Bangalore. Today's concert will be a musical journey around the world, consisting of various genres of music from different periods of time. We will be presenting musical pieces comprising rock, jazz, Latin, Greek, famous theme songs from well-known movie series, and Western classical music by well-known composers like Mozart, Bach, and Beethoven. It is also my honor and privilege to introduce the orchestra. Starting from my left, we have the strings section, beginning with contrabasses. Second, cellos. Violas. Second, violins. And first violins. In the woodwinds and the brass section, we have with us saxophones, clarinets, flutes, trumpets, trombones, and baritones. We also have with us a wide variety of different percussion instruments. Apart from the orchestral instruments, we have many instruments from all around the world, like the bouzouki and baglama from Greece, the Chinese flute, the Armenian duduk, electric guitar, electric bass, and the harp. It is now my pleasure to welcome Mr. Dimitrios Lambrianos onto the stage. The Greek-American who has been teaching us for the last 8 years. He is a well-accomplished musician who can play more than 30 instruments and has played in many prestigious venues such as the Albert Hall in London, La Scala in Milan, Carnegie Hall in Manhattan, and many others. He has taught in Europe and the United States. He was also a professor at the New York University. Along with Mr. Dimitris, we are also being trained by Mr. Massimo from Italy, who plays the trumpet. Our first piece this evening is Gonna Fly Now, also known as the theme from Rocky, composed by Bill Conti. This song was released in the year 1976. Presenting to you Gonna Fly Now. The next piece we will be presenting this evening is Conquest of Paradise, composed by the Greek composer Vangelis for the film Conquest of Paradise. our next piece will be The Final Countdown, which was originally performed and released in 1986 by the Swedish rock band Europe and written by Joey Tempest. For this song, we have Harshit on electric guitar. The Final Countdown. We will now present the classical composition, Eine kleine Nachmusik by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, which was composed in the year 1787. The next piece that will be played by the orchestra is Take 5, which is a masterpiece of jazz music composed by saxophonist Paul Desmond. It was released in 1959 by the Dave Brubeck Quartet. For this piece, we have Mr. Dimitris on the piano, Sai Vamshi and Shivam on the alto saxophone. Now, we will have Pranav Sai, who is studying his grade 6, speaking to all of us.
Good evening, everyone. I am Pranav from grade 6. Today, I am going to speak about our institution. In our institution, we learn about two things, Aparavidya and Paravidya. You must be wondering, what are these? Aparavidya is the subjects which we learn in school, and Paravidya is about how to live a purposeful life through the scriptures, Vedas, Bhagavad Gita. When I joined this institution, I was provided with everything from the basic needs to all the facilities. I thought, why each one educate one foundation is providing us all of this? It is because in the ancient Gurukul system, they used to not charge anyone for nutrition, education, or healthcare. So this institution is following the same principle in all three. You will be surprised to know that we are served 7 times a thoughtfully planned nutritious menu, and while coming to education, we are taught in a way that makes us more curious to learn. And in health, our health is taken care in the state-of-the-art facility. We not only get good nutrition, education, and healthcare, but we can also learn what we want, like music, dance, Vedas, scientific experiments, and many more. To understand and experience what I tell, I request all of you to come and visit our institution, which is located in the foothills of Nandi at Chikbalapur. I thank all of you for letting our orchestra to play in this prestigious celebrations of the Golden Jubilee of the prestigious IIM Bangalore institution. Thank you.
The next song we have for you is Turkish March, also titled Rondo alla Turca, meaning the Turkish way or Turkish March. This composition is the final movement of Mozart's Piano Sonata No. 11. For this piece, we have Simon on the piano. The next piece that we will be presenting this evening is Hawaii Five-O, which was composed for the TV series Hawaii Five-O. For this piece, we have Mr. Dimitris on guitar and Sai Shankar on piano. The next piece we will be presenting this evening is Hallelujah, which translates to Praise the Lord. Composed by Leonard Cohen, this song has been differently interpreted by many musicians. Tonight's rendition will have Mr. Dimitris on the Armenian duduk and soprano saxophone. We will have Sai Shankar on harp, Ashwin on Chinese flute, Mr. Massimo on trumpet, and Sai Kishan on piano. The next piece that we will be presenting is Flight of the Bumblebee, which was composed by Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov and is well known for its chromatic scale passages, which reminds everyone of the flight of the bumblebee. For this piece, we will have Sai Shankar on piano, who will be joined by Harshit Krishna on flute. The next composition this evening is a Badinari from Suite Number 2 in B minor, composed by Johann Sebastian Bach. This particular type of composition is known for its lively and playful nature. For this piece, we have Ashwin on the lead flute. Up next, we have a popular song, Havana, composed by Camila Cabello. It won the Grammy Award for the Best Album Song at the 61st Grammy Awards. For this piece, we have Mr. Dimitris on soprano saxophone, Ashwin on the piccolo, and Jeevan Sai on piano. Now, we will have Jeevan Sai, who's pursuing his final year Bachelor's of Performing Arts in Music, speaking to all of us.
Good evening to everyone. My name is Jeevan Sai. I hail from Chennai, and I'm currently pursuing my Bachelor's in Performing Arts in Carnatic Vocals. And I also play the violin, flute, and piano in the orchestra. At the outset, I would like to express happiness on behalf of the entire orchestra to IIM Bangalore for inviting us to be part of this momentous occasion. And I would also like to express our sincere respect to this wonderful institution, which has produced countless exemplary individuals over the past few decades who today stand as the pillars of the society. It is said in our scriptures, Vyaye krite vardate eva nityam, vidyadhanam mahadanam pradhanam, which means that education is the greatest wealth that one can possess. And the more you share it, the more it grows. The Each One Educate One is a platform through which the educated members of the society can contribute and support the education of young children. As mentioned earlier, the uniqueness in the education system of our institutions is the spiritual education that is also imparted to the children, along with secular knowledge. All these contribute to not only developing the capability of a student, but also help in adding nobility into his personality. And when a child receives this kind of holistic education completely free of cost, because of some selfless individual in the society whom he has never even met, their hearts are filled with gratitude. It is this gratitude that turns into a sense of responsibility, that they should work hard and educate many more children like them in the future. And it is keeping this thought in mind that the Each One Educate One Foundation was started by Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Today, we all are being educated because of some selfless individual in the society. And we are really, really grateful to them for having changed our lives for the better. And I appeal to each and every one of you here to come and become part of this wonderful initiative of changing lives of so many young children, which will ultimately contribute to building our nation, because we are the future of Bharat. Thank you.
Our next piece is Mission Impossible, composed by Lalo Schifrin, which won the Best Instrumental Theme at the 10th Grammy Awards. For this piece, we will have Mr. Dimitris on piano, Om Sai Pradhan on bass guitar, Sai Shankar on drums. In addition, we also have Sai Nandan, Ayush, Lokesh, beatboxing, and Likit Sai performing Konakol. Konakol is the art of performing percussion syllables vocally in South Indian Carnatic music. Presenting to you Mission Impossible. Now, I would like to introduce the conductors of the Symphony Orchestra. Firstly, I am Sai Harikesh, pursuing my first year Bachelor's of Science. Second, we have Harish, pursuing his final year Bachelor's of Arts Economics. Third, we have Sai Vasisht, who's in 12th grade. Finally, our master, Mr. Dimitris. The concluding piece for this evening is Zorba the Greek. It was composed by Mikis Theodorakis and based on the novel of the same name by Nikos Kazantzakis. For this song, we have Mr. Dimitris on bouzouki and Likit Sai on baglama and also Om Sai Pradhan on harp.
There's no doubt that the orchestra group has left us spellbound. As we draw the curtain on this musical journey, let's give a resounding applause once again to our exceptional orchestra for giving us this melodic brilliance. Thank you team for this unforgettable evening. The Symphony Orchestra is led by Mr. Dimitris Labrionos, a Greek-American multi-instrumentalist, composer, and conductor. I don't think he needs any more introduction. We have all had the privilege to see him perform live today. So I would like to invite him to grace our stage with a few words.
I'm basically good only on playing music, not on talking, but so I've been coming to this country since 1991. Not for tourism, but for learning spirituality and the culture of India. And over the years, I learned that the most profound word, actually, that and phrase that my guru taught me, Sri Satya Sai Baba, which is love all, serve all. So with this foundation, each one educate one, have the opportunity to do something like that. And it is because of the, for sure, because these children are learning also the culture, the deep culture of India and the spirituality, they can do something like that. It is not because of a teacher or something like that. And of course, because of all the selfless people from around the world in India who are supporting this great movement. Thank you very much.
So towards the end of today's evening, I would like to call Prashasti ma'am. So on behalf of Teach One Each One Educate One Foundation, they have brought us for. I would like to request Professor and Director Rishikesh T. Krishnan to come on the stage. They would like to give us something as a token of love.
Can I ask Satyanarayan sir to please come up? So Satyanarayan sir is one of our teachers from the campus. Please give him a huge round of applause. More than 50 years of selfless service teaching children. Thank you, sir, for coming.
Next up, I would like to request Professor Saurabh Mukherjee to come on the stage and accept the token of love.
Jairam sir, can you please come on stage? Jairam sir is the head of training and development in our campus for the university. Does phenomenal work in trying to get variety of trainings done for our students.
Now the most important people behind the alumni relations from alumni office, I would like to call Ankita ma'am. Sushma ma'am from Alumni office. Last but not the least, Utanka Sharma sir, I would like to call him on the stage.
Now I would like to invite our director and Professor Saurav Mukherjee to conclude the evening with vote of thanks and felicitate their team.
Hi. Right. First of all, Dimitri and your team, you are superstars. This has left all of us speechless, and this is really something coming from a professor who can't stop talking, right? So it was fantastic, right? And I was just sitting there and thinking that, how lucky we are that we are sitting here listening to such a fascinating performance, and it just gets better every day. As far as I'm concerned, as you know, this is my 25th year in IIM Bangalore, combining my student and faculty days, and this has been like the highlight of my career here, and the best 4 days spent here. So it's fantastic that, you people came and gave us such a terrific performance. Thanks to all of you. I know that all my colleagues, all my friends, the entire community would like to come here and embrace all of you. They might still do that, but on their behalf, a fantastic thanks to all of you, and we are so happy and so grateful to have you here. Now, there is one very important person, our alumni Prashanti. I would love to have her on the stage. Prashanti is everywhere, right? I mean, 6 months ago when we went for a run at TCS, Prashanti was there with her team, right? And Prashanti has been telling us about this fantastic thing, and thanks to Utanka and the entire alumni office, we knew something special was coming. So, Prashanti, thanks a lot. Wonderful.
For giving us the opportunity to come.
And I know that with Prashanti, there is a team that is working behind. Let me just quickly take their names. Your colleague, Mr. Krishna Mohan. I'd like to have you on the stage, sir. Mr. Satyanarayan and Mr. Jairam. Satyanarayan, sir, is here. We would like to offer a token of gratitude to each one of you. Professor Hrishikesh Krishnan will hand it over to you. Satyanarayan, sir.
Give one to him.
That is after this.
Oh, after this.
We get it
We're at the end.
He's the star. Okay. Now the real superstar of the day, right? The Tom Cruise, the Sylvester Stallone, and everything combined. Mr. Dimitris Lambrianos.
Thank you.
It's all very old thing, 50, 60 years old. No? God has used this.
You want to talk about that? Yeah. Thanks for playing pieces from the last century. I mean, it took us to our college days also. So thanks a lot. Thanks to the entire team. And then there are the others whom we cannot forget. Of course, all the young student musicians, I've already told you, I mean, thanks a lot once again on behalf of the entire community. Thanks to our Golden Jubilee team, Professor Abhay Ojha, if you are there somewhere. constant support from Professor Rishikesh Krishnan, our director. Our student team, which keeps on working tirelessly for making this all successful, right? We trouble them so much in class, and they keep on thrilling us outside the class most of the time. The IMB Alumni Association, the Student Alumni Committee, PGP, EPGP, all the volunteers. And I would also like to thank the entire administration team. And you know that so much of hard work goes behind, and we make so much demand on them. The team, some of them are standing there, tireless amount of work. I don't even know whether they have slept in the last 4 days. So thanks once again. And finally, all the alumni, the entire community who has come here and to cheer all of us, keep us enthusiastic, and then cheer for the entire team. Thanks to all of you. Thank you. Please don't forget, while this program gets over here, we have a wonderful play coming up for you at the auditorium, so you can quickly grab something and go to the auditorium. See you there. Oh, Mr. Satyanarayana is here? Yeah.
We have students who are going to be the future musicians.
Okay. So you want
future musicians.
Okay.
So we want to acknowledge them.
So give it to Professor. Satyanarayana sir is here. Mr. Satyanarayana, we wanted to give you a token of appreciation. Yes. Professor Rishikesh Krishnan is going to give you the director. Thank you. Prashanthi, you want to say something?
So ladies and gentlemen, please give us a huge round of applause again. Thank you so much. You've been a wonderful audience. Our students, they are our pride, they are our joy, they are everything to us. I think you've heard them speak. What they've spoken is straight from the heart. There's another special group that I want all of you to acknowledge today. I'll just take a minute. Can all of you stand up, our boys? So those are our students again who are going to be our future musicians, teachers, doctors, engineers, innovators. So they will be our future musicians. Please give them a round of applause. They've come all the way from various campuses. Which campus? They've come from Mandya. We have a wonderfully beautiful campus at Mandya. I'll just take another few words just to tell you that we have 25 campuses. If you've seen some of the pictures, they are world class because we believe that equal opportunity has to be given to everybody. So in our schools, somebody from the most backward region is also studying with somebody who's from abroad, who has a lavish lifestyle. But equality, not inequality, I would say that's a wrong word. Equal opportunity is what we look at. And you've seen the evidence today, right? With an opportunity, what the potential can happen. Thank you very much for listening again. Have a wonderful evening.